F1 in 2023 was dominated by one man, Max Verstappen, breaking records on his way to a dominant third world championship and a long way clear of anybody else, with Red Bull cruising to another Constructors' Trophy. But F1 in 2023 is officially in the rear view mirror, and it's time to look forward to 2024. What is up, guys? It is Simba here, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today, here are 8 drivers you need to watch out for in 2024. And obviously, there's a few that are going to miss out. So we're going to start off with some honourable mentions. Obviously, not everyone can make this list, and the first one on this list is Yuki Tsunoda. A very strong year for him last year, best finish of P8, and definitely showed improvement in his third year in Formula 1, and hopefully he can continue to get even better in 2024. The second one I've got is Joseph Loke. Many of you might not know who he is, but he's a league racer, and he had a very impressive year in GB3 in 2023. 4 wins, 8 podiums, and he has joined Rodin in Formula 3 this year. And this guy is 18 and he's already looking great. So I can't wait to see what he does in Formula 3. And the third one is Ollie Bearman. F2 Prema driver, 6th in the F2 standings with 2 feature race victories, most notably in Baku, where he really showed how good he actually is. He had a bit of bad luck as well at the start of the season, but that race in Baku has already tipped him to be Ferrari's next driver, and impressing Haas in practice sessions last year has definitely opened him up for an F1 seat. But the first driver on this list is McLaren's Oscar Piastri, finishing P9 in the standings, 2 podiums and a sprint race win to his name. Genuinely a brilliant rookie season from the Australian. Remember, there was a lot of controversy with him joining McLaren after Alpine managed to fumble both Alonso and Piastri in the space of 24 hours, but it has proven to be a great decision when many people doubted it in the first place, especially with the mid-season upgrades that McLaren made, and the form turnaround was absolutely brilliant, and we really got to see how good Piastri is. And the only thing now is, you hope that he can get a little bit closer to Lando Norris. And speaking of Lando Norris, he is my second driver on this list. 7 podiums and P6 in the World Championship. This guy keeps getting better with each passing season. There's no doubt about it. Definitely one of the best drivers on the grid right now, and honestly, you can't really complain about his driving right now. Norris played an instrumental part in McLaren's turnaround in the second half of 2023, which started in Austria with a P4 finish, and it led up to several podiums across the second half of the year, and just brilliant performances, which just shows how good he actually is. Proved it in Hungary, such as Hungary, where he got P2, and even Singapore in a tense final few laps. And with a new contract, a multi-year deal, Richie signed recently, you have to feel that the pressure's on for him to finally win a race, because that is the only thing that's eluding him right now. And McLaren look like in a great spot for 2024, and we have to expect a lot more from the men from Woking. But as they have managed to make progress across the season, there's one team that's taken a bit of a stumble since the last time I talked about them, and that's why driver number 3 is Lance Stroll. Now, I can already hear you. Brad, why the hell have you put this man on this list? He's not that good. And yes, I know, he's not that good compared to the 2 drivers I've just mentioned. But the reason why I've put him on this list is simply because his lack of consistency was the reason why Aston Martin lost P4 to McLaren in the Constructors' Championship. And the second reason for me putting Stroll in this list is simply because he's coming into his 8th season in Formula 1. His 8th season. And I don't think he's yet to prove why he's still on the F1 grid, apart from the fact that his dad owns the Aston Martin team, and the performances have really fueled this problem, especially in the second half of the year. Singapore, he had a massive crash. Qatar, he failed to get our Q1 there as well and shoved his trainer, and in interviews at one point, even in Mexico, I think, he just looked very uninterested. So he needs to prove why he belongs on that grid, apart from his dad owning the team. And on to number 4, it's time to talk about some F2 drivers, and I've got Formula 3's newest champion in Gabriel Bortoleto. In the Brazilian's rookie year, he managed to grab the crown at the first try with 2 feature race victories across the entire season. But if you watched F3, you will know that the most for the young Brazilian was his consistency, and that allowed him to seal the title in dominant fashion, 45 points ahead of Zach O'Sullivan, who finished P2. And as a result, he joins Invictus Racing for Formula 2 this year, and that consistency is going to be key because it is going to be a stacked grid in F2 this year, and that is shown by my next man on this list, Victor Martins, P5 in the F2 standings and the Rookie of the Year. Now, this was the difference between me putting him and Oliver Bearman on this list, as he beat Bearman to Rookie of the Season, and this man is really quick. Genuinely one of the fastest drivers on the grid last year, and he showed no signs of slowing down after winning the 2022 F3 title as well. And as you can see on screen, that is a replication of his best moment of the season, which was in Silverstone, where he showed electric pace to win the race, the feature race, despite having a 5-second time penalty, and a couple of podiums as well, which were crucial to ART winning the Constructors' Championship, along with Thierry Pourchaire winning the Drivers' title as well. So Victor Martins is definitely one to watch. Can he make a title charge this year? It's hard to say he can't, because he's definitely got the pace for it. So yeah, watch out for Victor Martins as a title contender. But back to F1. Number 6, Alex Albon. P13 in the Drivers' Championship with 7 points finishes. It's safe to say that Alex Albon has had a brilliant turnaround to his career since leaving Red Bull in 2020. Williams gave him a shot in 2022, and in 2023 he's had some great performances this year, outperforming the car consistently, and basically the reason why Williams got P7 in the Constructors' Championship. He was unbeaten against Logan Sargent in qualifying, and yes, Sargent is a rookie, but the first person people compare you to is your teammate, and Albon wiped the floor with him. And now it seems that Ferrari want his signature for 2025. So watch out for Albon this year if he continues to outperform the Williams. And number 7 is Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. 1 podium, P11 in the Drivers' Championship. Now for this one, I could have gone either way with Ocon or Gasly, but for me, Gasly just edges Ocon because first of all, he beat Ocon in the Drivers' Championship by a couple of points in his first season at the team. And second of all, I feel like his season went under the radar. You know, he started the year going from last to 9th in Bahrain. He scored points in Jeddah as well. But the main highlight was that chaotic race in Zandvoort, where he finished 3rd to claim his first podium since 2021 in a brilliant moment for him. I was happy to see him in 3rd. I'm pretty sure a few more people were as well, as he has been performing really well in that team, despite the car being clearly the 6th best car. And also, you know, there were the low points, you know, qualifying sometimes wasn't great, and obviously he was on course for big points in Australia, but it ended in a war with his teammate. But if he can stay consistent, I'm pretty sure a team will try and snap him up in silly season in 2025. And the last driver on this list is Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Listen, guys, it would be a crime not to include him on this list. 2023 FRECA champion, and he skips Formula 3 to join Prema in Formula 2 this year. This guy is the talk of the town in the junior scene, and there's a good reason why. His record speaks for itself. In 2022, he had a F4 title double in Germany and in Italian F4. 22 wins in 35 races is simply ridiculous. And the winning didn't stop there in 2023. He became the FRECA champion, 5 wins with 11 podiums in total. Winning is in this young man's vocabulary, and he skipped F3 to join Bearman in F2 in Prema this year. And with the new regulations, he'll be hoping to hit the ground running and show that he is definitely a future F1 driver. You know, the sky's the limit for Antonelli, and I can't wait to see what he does in Formula 2 this year and prove to some F1 teams out there that he should be signed up for 2025. Silly season is ridiculous. 13 F1 drivers are without a contract for 2025, and the silly season will definitely shake things up, and Antonelli should be someone to look out for in F2 to see if anyone will take the risk and sign him up. But that, guys, is gonna be the end of today's video. That is my list of drivers that you need to watch for 2024 in F1 and in F2, or maybe F3 as well. And if I've missed anyone, let me know in the comments below. Who would you put as your list of drivers that are ones to watch for this year? And if you don't agree with this list, And if you think I have absolutely no wheel knowledge, let me know that as well in the comments down below. And give me some feedback on the video itself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoy the car reveals and the F1 season. Hopefully it'll be a bit more entertaining than what we got last year. But there you go, guys. That is the end of today's video. Make sure to subscribe for more F1 content on the channel. There will be plenty more to come in the coming months as leagues and tournaments are coming back, and then F1 is coming back as well. I'm going to try and make that F1 takeaway series a bit more consistent than it was last year. But until then, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to rest my voice now, and as always, I'll see all of you in the next one.